Hebrews 4:16. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Paul gives us, as believers here, hope and clarity. He says, listen, we can approach God with confidence and boldly, and we can approach God. That's a big thing for us. Before God sent his son, Jesus, this was unheard of. In fact, if you read the Old Testament, there was one day of a year where you could have atonement for your sins. You could have forgiveness. And it was one day a year where the priest would go into the Holy of Holies and ask on your behalf if God would forgive you. The problem is, if the priest wasn't right, he would fall dead. And your requests, well, there they went. And so your hope would be put in one person to make supplications on your behalf. And guess what? If you missed the deadline or if you didn't make the cut, you'd have to wait another 365 days to try again. But now, in 2021, we have access to God 24/7. And not only do we have access to God 24/7, but we have access to God, and he wants us to approach him. He says, listen, come, bring me your requests, bring me your petitions, and in return, I will give you the mercy and the grace that you need in your time of need. See, God knows. He knows that most people are going to approach him when they need something, when their backs are against the wall. And God doesn't discredit us. He says, listen, I understand why you're coming. And when you come, I'm going to give you grace and mercy. I'm going to supply the very thing that you need, that you don't even know that you need. And so more than answered prayers, more than blessings, more than financial support, God gives us grace and mercy in our time of need. I don't know about you, but that blesses me because I know that sometimes I can be stubborn. Sometimes I can be a knucklehead. Sometimes I just plain outright don't listen. And I make a bigger mess out of things. And yet, even when I make a bigger mess out of things, I can still approach God and say, God, I messed up. And guess what he gives me in return? Mercy and grace. The fact that, hey, I'm not giving you what you deserve, and I'm treating you as if you did it right. That's all that matters. And that's the way that God looks at you and I when we approach his throne and we approach him with confidence. We say, God, here's the deal. I messed up. God, here's the deal. I blew it. God, here's the deal. I should have listened to you in the first place. He doesn't hold those things against us. He's not that kind of God. In fact, he gives us mercy. He gives us grace, and he offers forgiveness for when we mess up. So I want to encourage you. Don't feel like you can't go to God with whatever's bothering you. But, Pastor, it just seems like a little thing. It may be little to me, and it may be little to others. But if it bothers you, it concerns God. Approach God this morning. Let him know what's on your heart and mind, and let him give you mercy and grace to make it through your day. God bless.